MLA Works Cited Part 1. Here's the disclaimer for this video lecture. MLA is probably the least interesting topic we'll cover all semester. I know it and you know it, but that doesn't mean we can't not talk about it. I know the temptation is strong to skip this or only watch part of it. The thing is, though, it may be boring, but it's a very important topic. And at the end of the day, you'll be held responsible for knowing this stuff. In other words, you still have to do it. So take a deep breath, prepare yourself, and pay attention. As you begin this video, you probably wonder why the one about a writing project's Works Cited is designated as being the first video to watch. As you likely know, the Works Cited list is something that is placed at the end of a writing project, so it might seem backwards to start there. However, in MLA, the in-text citations, what you put after a quotation in the body of the paper, are dependent on what your works cited entry for a particular source looks like. For that reason alone, it makes more sense to complete a works cited entry for a source before we worry about the in-text entry. The second reason we're starting with the works cited is that no one thinks citation is the fun part of writing. However, it is a very important part and something that we have to do. So the goal here is to make it as painless as possible. My long-term recommendation here is that when you're writing a draft on your paper and you reach the point that you want to use words or ideas from a source, you should immediately jump to the end of the document and add the works cited entry to your list, and then go back into the draft itself and add the appropriate in-text citations as you write. A lot of people do a kind of haphazard made-up in-text citation as they write, and go back at the end and fix up their works cited page and then their in-text citations. Now, you can do this, but A, it usually makes citation more painful because you end up spending a large chunk of time all at once wrestling with it, and B, it leaves more room for error. Everyone watching this probably has different experiences with citation, and with MLA citation in particular. So let's start with the basics. First, what is a works cited page or list? The works cited is a list of the full citations for all sources used in your writing project. At the end of a piece of writing in which you reference, quote, or otherwise use words or ideas from someone else, you must give credit to them by citing their work. A full citation is all the information necessary for a reader to locate the source you used, and usually includes information like the title, the author's name, and basic publication information such as publisher, location and year of publication, and type of medium of publication. We'll go into those specifics in a moment. Please note that a list of full citations is common to nearly all citation styles, but each uses a different name for that list. In other citation styles, it might be called a references list or a bibliography. However, in MLA style, it is always called a works cited, and that is the title you should put at the top of your works cited list. As I've already mentioned, the works cited goes at the end of a piece of writing. In most cases, especially formal writing situations, the works cited list goes on its own new page at the end of the document. When in doubt about whether you need to start a new page or not, always do so. Sometimes you will see works cited on the last page of a piece of writing, sharing space with the last few lines of the writing project. In some cases, it is okay to include the works cited on the same page at the end of the writing. This is usually the case in circumstances where there is only one, or at most two, sources. In such a case, all of the works cited must fit on that same page. The rules about new pages come from a time when all material was produced in print format. Nowadays, with electronic publishing options like websites and ebooks, the rules have to evolve to match the technology. So, in circumstances where a new page does not make sense, like electronic publishing, the works cited is formatted as a list that appears at the end of the primary text.